Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Court of Swords. Dan and Max will be with us soon. Dan's here. He just, I don't know, getting food or something. And Max is here.
It's like,
yeah,
it's like, where did the cast go? Well, it's the OG and Kalimat show.
As it should be.
Story of the
Yeah, as it should be. No, Max will be joining soon, I'm assuming. And Dan usually gets food, so that's probably where he got up to go get food. Anyways, what's up? What have you guys been doing the past week? It's just us now, so we got to fill for like 30 minutes ish. So,
man. Well, Zeke, didn't you do that grandma cooking thing or whatever? Please explain that to me.
Yeah, this is the second week in a row where Zeke's eating some food that may or may not have been nasty. How was it, Zeke?
It wasn't nearly as bad as the gross food cast, but it was pretty bad. So my buddy DP from the Sour Kool-Aid Show has a character that he brings on from time to time, and her name is Grammy Wild, and she is an old lady who cooks and does have these home recipes and stuff. She doesn't really like follow any sort of guide or or anything like that. Like she made carrot cake with 3 full carrots in it, that kind of stuff.
Great.
So what we did, we made 4 dishes. We made, we started the day with Bloody Marys because, you know, Sunday brunch, little Bloody Mary, never hurt nobody.
Sure.
We had some quiche, some candied bacon, and a cream pie. And of course, the day was rife with the Grammy's cream pie jokes throughout the entire thing, and we all had a really pedantic laugh about it. So like some like the recipe, certain recipes like call for certain things. Like Bloody Mary has like when you make a big pitcher of it, it has horseradish in it. And we couldn't find like raw horseradish. We found like horseradish cream and stuff, but we couldn't find like the actual horseradish at the particular grocery store we were at. So Grammy Wild, this brilliant idea, well, just get radishes. So we got radishes, and they're radishes before you give them to the horse. So they're horseradishes because of the horse's property.
Sure.
They're
Horse's radish.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I was like chopping it up. Like how many of these? It's like, just all the ones I put in front. It's like, you want to put 3 radishes, 3 full radishes into this mix. Like, oh yeah, it'll be great. You know, just clueless. And so I put it in there, put it in the blender, and she put an egg in there for some reason, like a raw egg for, I don't know,
consistency.
Body.
It's got to be thick.
Yeah, for protein. Yeah,
whatever.
Thickening agent.
You made a reason. And little did I remember that it made the Marys foam up. It was like a foamy, radishy, awful, disgusting drink. I think I drank like 4 or 5 drinks of it, and I mean, it wasn't as bad as say like durian or fermented bean curd, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the whole day. We did like, I think it was like a 2.5 hour broadcast where we made all this kind of stuff. And one of my favorite things to do when I'm doing one of these cooking shows is like really, really get mad at like professional cooks or people who consider themselves like culinary artists or whatever. And or like they know better than you. And one of the things that I did was I took the cream pie that never set up. It was just all butter. Right. It was like butter and heavy whipping cream. And it was terrible. And I took it out of the oven because it wouldn't set. It was in there for like an hour and nothing. So we put it in the freezer and everybody's like, "Your fucking freezer, your entire fridge is going to die." And all that kind of shit. So I just went off on them.
Nice.
Like, you don't know shit. And I love doing that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm coming back over on Wednesday after Drop Frames to do one of my favorite things. Read an Iron Face story, which is he wrote all these kind of stories between the ages of 9 and 12 about this metal masked, like unstoppable killing machine.
Nice.
And it's so fun to read it, like from a 9-10-year-old's perspective.
Now back to the candied bacon. Whoa. Yeah. Hey Max, I want to fix your. I think that's Max. I can hear reverb from someone. Whoever was just talking might have been Zeke. Yeah, it's all fixed now. Anyways, how do you candy something? What does that mean? Do you get
in particular bacon is it's honestly just like brown sugar. You just like put brown sugar on it and it like crystallizes or caramelizes like
that's
on
all
top
it is?
of that for bacon. That is.
Okay.
That's all you do. Like
right.
candied bacon was surprisingly like the easiest thing to make. It had like 3 ingredients.
Okay. I didn't know when someone's like, "Oh yeah, we candied this." I don't know if that's a technique or if they put something on it, but now I do. Now I can.
Yeah. Wild Bill has right. Basically sugar and heat.
Okay. All right. So can you candy anything?
I think that's where the term candy ass came from because someone spilled some sugar.
Nice.
I mean, it's candying is a lot like jerking. You can jerk a lot of things in the same way you can candy a lot of things. So
I had that joke
protocols
in my head like a minute ago, and I just kept it in my back pocket. I was like, "Nah, don't say it." You said, "I'm like son of a bitch."
You could jerk chicken.
The
you could
moment
jerk a goat.
he mentioned
whatever you want.
Stuff. Can you jerk a cream pie though? Is the thing?
I don't think so. I think you could. Yeah, the cream pie. It's dessert after the.
I mean, you could
the jerk.
You could
whatever
you could jinkle some spink on it.
Jinkle some spinkle.
Sprinkle some jerk.
I like how JP
Jinkle some
JP
spinkle.
just turned. He just turned into the Swedish chef there for a minute. That's good. That's good stuff.
Nice. Yeah. Jinkles sprink. I'm just, man, it's fun when that happens. I do that more often than not lately. So it's always good. It always delivers. Well, I'm glad you had a healthy and entertaining Sunday brunch, Zeke, from Grandma.
I did.
It's good.
It was fantastic. I love it when DP. He's actually in town for the Big Sky comedy competition.
Okay.
Doing stand up stuff. So
cool. Max, what's going on with you? What have you been up to? I know where you were this weekend, but you can feel free to talk about that or not.
Yeah,
JP, are you a '90s movie featuring Sarah Michelle Gellar? You know what he did last weekend?
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Run for your life, Max. Run.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding, which I haven't been to one in a while. That was nice. This is a very nice wedding in Napa. It was very, fancy pants wedding. It was fun. It was cool. No complaints.
Now, knowing whose wedding you went to, what was the ritziest thing you had at this wedding? Let's really get down to it. What's the most expensive thing you put in your mouth this past weekend?
Well, his name was Francois.
Cristal.
And
there's some Cristal.
Had some Cristal at the cocktail party thing, like the night before.
Did you get a shot of that 16-year-old whiskey that I saw being passed around?
21-year-old whiskey, motherfucker.
Wow.
It's
it's being 21, which is like not going to be around for a long time because it's 21-year-old whiskey, and they have to the next batch of it
bottle of whiskey. I saw that.
Yeah, super good.
Did it taste like every other whiskey? Let's really get down to it. Is it worth $3 or $4 grand?
No, it's not worth $3 or $4 grand. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
No, I would never do that. I would try it and drink other people's whiskey, of course. Mm-hmm. But it was really good. It's super good whiskey, really good whiskey. But I am not a whiskey connoisseur. I like whiskey, and I definitely can tell the difference between like really shitty whiskey and like good whiskey. But as far as being in the intricacies of like the different sediment and you can really taste the different barrels that this was aged in. And
I don't
you
want
can tell this one's really special because
that I'm drinking.
They shaved a little bit of the wood, from the barrel over the top of the whiskey, and that just really I'll taste it though. Give me that whiskey.
Yeah, that's too much. It's too much.
Super good though, really cool. Definitely, it was like whatever you would picture, like a wedding to be like in Napa, in like wine country, and everything's like perfect day. It was that. So it was really nice. Super fun though. A lot of good people and friends that were out there. So that was nice. It was one of those you never you don't know who's going to be at the wedding, right? Because you don't have the guest list. But then you get there and you're like, oh, you're here. That's cool. Neat. It was fun to be invited. I haven't been to a wedding in a while, but it was cool. And then we took another day and stayed in the Bay Area because we lived there for a while. So we hit up all the favorite food spots that we had. One of them is this place that's like like a crab joint, where they cook the crab in the bag with all like the sauce that you choose and all that stuff, and you dump it out and just go to town.
Is that the name of it? Crab in the bag? If not, that should be the name of the restaurant.
No, I don't live there anymore, so I can say it. It's a place called Rockin' Crawfish. That's
Crab
nearby
in the
where I
bag
used
is
to-
so much better than rock and crud. What the fuck are they doing?
Hello,
Crab in a
welcome to
bag.
Crab in a Bag. Can I take your order?
Yeah,
Oh, you'd like the crab in the bag? Just one moment, sir.
yeah.
There you go.
They're gonna get some ritzy assholes like, yeah, I want the crab out of the bag. Can you serve it to me that way?
Come on, JP. It's called a deconstructed crab in a bag. It's just a crab. They just give you the crab,
Fucking
and that's
hell.
it. You don't need the bag.
Fucking assholes.
I have a crab without the bag. Get out.
Yeah,
What? Yeah,
This
come
is a
on. That's the
drive-thru.
whole point.
Get out of it.
that's when the bag envelops their car and they just get picked up, and then we never hear from them again.
That's it.
Then they're in the
You
bag.
failed the
Yeah,
test.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was fun though. I had a good little weekend getaway, extended weekend getaway. I also got my new instrument that is fucking dope.
Okay.
You guys ever? I don't have to play it. It's fine.
And by the
Yeah,
way, anytime when I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there's these assholes that'll just start playing in some of the courts, and I'm like, well, there's Max. He's playing a stupid fucking musical instrument.
Hey, come on! Look at these things are dope. These
What- Is
that a
fucking
melodeon?
A keyboard?
this is $18.
It's a melodeon.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. I bought it just because I bought that, and I bought the other. I don't have that right here, but those little like Japanese toys where it's like you squeeze the mouth while you're
Yeah, the
pressing
little
the
guy.
Yeah, I got that too. One of those for Amanda as well.
I'm really looking forward to, Max, when you finally open GassyMexican's House of Musical Instruments I can't play. I'm really I can't wait to come
I've
and
got
do a full
like
tour.
5 different musical instruments around.
The
6
whole
actually.
museum of just
There's a hurdy-gurdy
we
right
see
there.
the first musical instrument I didn't really learn how to play. I bought this other musical instrument about halfway through and I realized this one was really hard. Here's a recorder. I can kind of play that.
Listen, I actually learned that. Now I'm going to play because he's challenged me. So
What?
also it's a little loud. Here we go.
Oh, you
See
bought a
the-
vocoder. You left off the
Not a vocoder.
It's
Just
not-
how the thing gets its power.
It's a little reverb. Just give it a little sauce. Put a little sauce on it. It's fine.
Shit, I'll get it. Shit! You get the idea.
nice.
Fucked it up a little bit, but
Well done.
played
Can
it
you-
perfectly last night. Not a big deal. Now
Can you,
It's pretty good.
Can I get you to pronounce the Japanese instrument that you purchased so that I can not say it incorrectly?
Oh, I don't
No
know.
phone a friend from
That's
Adam as
not-
well.
he's good.
Yeah.
All right, let me look up the thing then. Look it up because I'm not looking up how to pronounce it. I'm just looking at the.
Sorry wa.
I pasted it in Court of Swords in the chat.
Otamatone.
Hai, so desu. Otomatone
Thank
desu.
you.
There you go. All right. That's it.
There you go.
Well, that's it for Max's musical corner, and we'll be back now. Play us out, Max. Get us out of here.
Shit.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done.
That was lovely,
Well
honey.
done.
Good job. Good job, sweetie. Nice
Yeah.
work.
All right.
I really like how it reminds me of that kid in high school who picked up the acoustic guitar and grew his hair out long. He's like,
Not the same.
check this out. Wait, hold on.
Maybe you're gonna be
That's
the
it.
one. Hold on, just let me.
Hey,
Maybe.
I only cracked up a couple notes.
But after all, listen, we're working on the big 100th episode is gonna be a talent show. So we're getting there. We're just trying to get everybody.
Yeah.
Zeke's gonna spin some plates. It's gonna be a
I'm
whole
gonna do
thing.
The hand fart symphony.
Oh, nice. A classic.
Well done. Well done.
I play obscure instruments. All right, you've probably never heard of them.
Yeah,
It's good.
I have
It's
not.
a good talent.
I have not. Thank you, Max. Appreciate it. Glad you had fun at the wedding. Mr. DansGaming, how many hours have you put in pathfinding Kingmaker stuff? Path of the King?
I think I'm at like almost 100 now.
Game's
Long,
too
it's
damn
a
long.
long game.
It's too damn long.
I'm only like 2/3 done too.
It's too much.
Long game.
It's too much.
What level? What level are you guys right now?
That's what I was about to ask.
We're almost level 12. We're on the middle,
Okay.
towards the end of middle of Act 4, I should say. So
Yeah.
however much longer I have to go.
What's your biggest damaging spell?
Spells? I don't have any. I go marshals. I don't have any. I only have a buffer and then a bunch of martial classes.
What are marshals?
Like
Martial
fighters,
class
like
means
fighters,
fighters,
rangers,
rogues.
Okay.
paladins.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the rogue with his sneak attacks does crazy damage.
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense.
Pretty much, my whole front line has this talent called outflank, where when any of them crit, the others get to get a free hit. So like things just explode once the rogue crits. Because then the barbarian gets to get a big hit, and the tank gets a big hit in. So I haven't really been done too much magic, other than the priest who's buffing them.
Does magic
But the
suck
rogue
in
is
that game, or is it just
It
easier?
doesn't suck. It's just you run out of gas eventually until you're high level and you have tons of spells.
That makes sense.
It's harder to manage too than in the tabletop version, because in tabletop you can be like, all right, I want to place my fireball exactly here on my turn. Fireball goes out, blows up, hits everything in the range. But you have to do a lot more micromanaging when it's all happening at once, because your characters might wander into the fireball or like. So it is, yeah, it's definitely a lot trickier to manage a big caster.
Yeah,
for sure.
So many times I've sent a fireball out and everything moves just outside the range of it. Just like the enemy's just a little bit out of the range. It's such a pain in the butt.
A lot of it's super binary. Like it's like it'll kill your enemy instantly or do nothing. So it's your only 8th level spell. Go. Well, no, there it goes. Too bad. You did nothing.
They all saved. Well, there goes that.
Yeah, they all save. You look like an asshole. Too bad.
I see. That makes sense. What else have you been playing the past week besides that?
Just weaving in and out of Assassin's Creed and Pathfinder.
Yeah. ACO's too damn long. That game's fucking just never ending.
Yeah, like I haven't even touched any of the islands on the right side of the map, and I barely touched all the big island. And
how many hours are you in
huge.
that?
Are like 40, 50, somewhere on that range.
I eclipsed like 37. I'm actually like 38 or 39. I'm starting to get to the other islands, but it's still like there's no end sight. It's just
a long ass game.
Yeah.
So many like huge long games came out all together. From Dragon Quest 11, Bard's Tale, these two games, like this, I just don't have time for them all.
Yeah.
I got like pick and choose what I want to play.
Yep. Yeah. Luckily, there's not too much out in October. You got Black Ops this week if that's your thing, but then I think Red Dead's kind of the next big game. So you've got some time to finish them all till then.
Black Ops.
Yeah. That's how everyone in that community is. They're just that excited.
Don't say that. You're excited too. You're like, you want to play Black Ops? I'm like, yeah, I can play Black Ops.
I had Sir Scoots and Wheat were over this weekend, and when it would get quiet and we were done in the middle of a conversation, Scoots would just go, Blackout.
Blackout.
We
were playing briefly. He kept saying that every time. Blackout.
Yeah, he just does that all the time now. It's pretty funny. But anyways, well, cool. I'm glad. Well, I'm interested to see how many episodes or how many weeks it takes you to finish Pathfinder Kingmaker, the fucking oddest named games of all time. They should work on that.
A good like probably 5 hours now is just waiting on loading screens.
Really?
There's so many loading. Yeah, there's so many loading screens.
It's not even like the loading screens are that long. It's just there's too many of them. Like if you want to go from your kingdom back to the map, there's like 3 loading screens in between. Like just one. You only need to load once. Don't load the village. Don't load the tavern. I don't need that shit. Just go back to the map. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah.
Just get bombarded with them. especially if you have to go into the kingdom management and then a city within the kingdom management and then back out, like just loading screen, loading screen, loading screen.
Well, and the harder the difficulty you're playing on, the more often you're loading because you're getting your butt kicked in the fights, and there's a lot of that kind of like, okay, I lost, try the fight again, and every time you do that, it's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah. After they get all the bugs fixed, they need to really go back and try to remove as many loading screens and cut down loading time as possible.
Yeah.
The loading screens were like just a couple seconds long, like it would be fine, but each one's like good 10 seconds, even on SSD.
Huh.
Well, did you notice, Dan, that between release and the first patch, they added that disclaimer on the first screen that was like, the game is loading. Yeah. Don't worry, this could take a second. Yeah. They patched that in just so people would know.
Yeah. I can't complain. It says it right there. It's going to take a few minutes.
Yeah. Because I definitely worried when the first couple of times I booted up, I'm like, did it freeze or is this? Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Yep. It was a lot of the devs are kind of new and they're releasing patches quickly, and every time they release a patch, they seem to break something that wasn't broken before. We had a couple major bugs that were introduced, like items that you were wearing. Every time you would load, it would double the item effect on your character and stay on your character permanently. So like your characters become immortal to damage if they had damage resistance, or like would just explode enemies with one hit, having 50 sneak attacks.
Nice.
It was a huge bug that finally just fixed. But yeah, they keep fixing all the bugs and they keep adding new ones. But this latest patch that just released today doesn't have any bugs yet, so I think they're getting there.
Nice. That's good to hear. Maybe it'll be recommendable to people that with all the bugs hopefully fixed. We'll see.
It's a really good game. It's covered under a layer of bugs and performance problems of the engine of the game.
Yeah. Cool. Adam, I heard you had a fun time this weekend with the flu.
Yeah, I've been sick, man. I'm feeling better now, but better enough. But yeah, I was not feeling good. I made the mistake of not knowing that I was already a little sick, and I went out and I stayed out late, and the next morning I woke up, I'm like, I don't feel very good, probably because I stayed up late drinking all night, and then I started streaming, and a few hours in, I was like, oh no, I'm burning up from the inside. I'm dying. Yeah. I have to go. And then I streamed for 3 more hours, and then I laid down. I've been distracting myself. I've been playing. I found a video game that I quite like, but I want to tell you a story about that. So
let's hear it.
So this is a story. It's a story about romance and obsession. So when I met this person when I was I don't know, a kid, right? You're 10, you're going to elementary school together, and you meet them, and you're like, hey, let's be friends, and you hang out a little bit, but you're just kids, and so they come and go, and you maybe lose them from your life for a while, and then you go to university and you meet up with them again, and then you get into this deep, intense, serious relationship, and you get all obsessed, and you can't stop thinking about them, and you're just spending all your time and your money with them. And you can't think about it and anything else. And your friends are leaving you, and you have no hobbies, and you start to just let your brain dissolve. Then finally, you get the ability. Your friends are listen, you need to quit this shit. And you get over it, and you're listen, we can't be together anymore. I need to turn my back on you. There's lots of other people out there who are gonna love you as much as I did. And you turn your back and you walk away. And then 15 years later, they send you an email. They're like, hey, what's up? I'm all different and hot now. You should come hang out with me. And you're like, I don't know. You were bad for me. You were bad for me back in the day, but you do look hot now. You got this nice new coat of paint. Man. And so, yep, I'm back with my ex, me and Magic the Gathering. We're back together. And I love it. And it's so much fun, and I can't stop playing it. I've been just finding 3 or 4 hours here and there, just be I'm gonna play Magic. We're gonna stream some Magic. It'll be fun.
The question I always go to with this type of stuff is, how much money have you spent?
It's tough because it's so different playing online versus playing in person. I think I've spent, if I were getting back into it with cardboard right now, the distance between me and blowing $500 on all the cards I need for a deck is nothing. In real life, right? I just go on eBay and I'm just this, fucking buy, done. Spend $500. But you can't buy singles in Arena. So I've just been playing sealed. And so I don't have access to that sync. So it's actually saving me money. Plus also, chat is an enabler, right? So there's hey, here you go, play another sealed, play some more, buy some booster packs. So
Yeah.
I'm keeping a careful budget right now. I'm like, don't spend a bunch of money on these cards. Just wait. But yeah, it's easier now than it was before. Even though I have the money, it's dangerous. I have the money to spend now that I didn't have when I was like 21.
Oh yeah.
But thankfully the venue does not allow me to just like blow a shit ton of money, because I 100% would. I was like net decking the other day, and I was just like, yeah, I would spend $400 on this deck right now if I could, but I can't, which is good. So I'm not going to. So it's it still feels okay. But if there ever gets to be a place where I can buy individual cards from individual people who get to put the amount of money that it costs on them, I am screwed. I'm fucked. But for now, we're good.
See, I was always
I might also just be telling myself that.
Yeah. I was always the group of or the type of person where I remember I bought like a box of Ice Age back in the day. I think that came out in like the early 90s or something like that.
It's like 96, I think. 96, 97,
Yeah, I ended up buying like a $200 or $300 box, but I never actually learned how to play Magic. I just collected the cards. I was like, these cards are fucking sick. Have you seen this card? Look at it.
I never learned how to play. Their art has always been really, really good. They have a huge art budget. Yeah. I think if you are like trying to think of a cool D&D character to play or something, just look at Magic card art and then be like, oh, there you go. I'll be this guy. I'm going to be this Llanowar elf. How do I be this in D&D? Because they spend so much money on art, which is really cool.
We were talking about it earlier. There's like a Twitch extension where people, so you can do drafts and chat can like vote on the card that you should choose by just clicking on the screen somewhere. It's really cool. But I was just joining Magic the Gathering streams and being like, well, that card's pretty. I'm going to vote for that. And then I would type in the chat like, hey, you guys should vote for this card. The card would always end up winning. So I was just choosing cool looking cards. So my question to you, Adam, is will this game teach me how to play Magic the Gathering?
I mean, I don't know. Like as soon as I started playing, it all just came rushing back to me. I only had 2 or 3 things to learn to like catch up. It's very complex. There's a lot of stuff that interacts with it. The tutorial is like pretty good, but the only way to really learn is just do it a lot. Just like play a lot and figure it out. I mean, it's like a 20. It's like a 26. It's like a 25, 26-year-old game now. Like it's old as hell, and it's probably one of the best designed games like of all time in terms of mechanical balance. Like they've fucked up enough times to figure out how not to fuck up that much anymore. There's always new ways to screw up the delicate balance. But it's a really, really nicely designed game, and it's hard to learn. But you can, once you figured it out, there's a lot of nuance. I really like it. I like it a lot better than Hearthstone. But
only thing I was going to mention,
also I think harder to learn.
Yeah,
is that there is an extension that I saw Burke using because he's fairly new to Magic too. That your chat can mouse over and see your exact deck that you have in play at that very moment. So in that regard, I'm sure you could probably learn from chat that way. Learn from chat. Definitely not get shat on by chat for doing the wrong thing. It's actually a really cool extension. You mouse over it and then it, like at the bottom of your viewer screen or whatever, that has the cards just like you would normally, and then you mouse over it and they can see it like on the left-hand side pop up in full glory, which is pretty cool.
Oh, chat's saying this is a different extension. I said, Zeke, you're not the only one because you were doing the thing of repeating what I just said 5 minutes prior. But apparently that's a different extension than the one that I was saying, Max. So,
I think you're both talking about the same thing. You were talking about Deckmaster, and yeah, it's an overlay that just lets people mouse over. Honestly, like the drafting stuff is cool. The best thing about it is that it will reduce, not entirely, but it will somewhat reduce the amount of what colors is Adam playing? What cards are in his deck? Adam, mouse over this card. I want to see it. Adam, mouse over the card. Adam, what card is that? Now they can just do it themselves. It's cool. Now you can just look on the screen. There you go. It's a Llanowar elf. Back off.
Were you using it when you were streaming it?
Yes. Yeah, I've used it a few times now.
That's cool.
Yeah, you just install it on the machine that the game is running on, and it just reads the output, and you can.
Incidentally enough, I've learned a couple Magic the Gathering songs.
Oh Lord. Well, cool. Maybe I don't know.
A little stream with Spamfish, who's first time playing Magic and stuff.
Yeah.
He did like 1 or 2 streams of his own, and then he asked me. He said, "Hey, you played Magic and I just Discorded in voice chat and talked him through some things and tried to help him along. I helped him as best I could, but he's gonna do what he's gonna do. But it all came, like Adam was saying, it all came just flooding back. I was like, oh God. Don't look.
Well, it's the thing about the mechanisms. The thing about the mechanisms in that game is they come and go in waves, right? So there's like mechanisms that I knew, and then a bunch of shit between in the last 14 years. But things came and then vanished, so I didn't need to learn them. Like it was like, cool, phasing, nope, gone. Here's another thing, toast. So all I needed to know was like what's in the current block, which isn't too terribly different from what I'm sort of used to. But yeah, pretty fun.
Well, maybe I'll check it out, and maybe I'll just save some money. I'll figure it out. It's completely free to play, right? You just have to.
You get like five 2-color or 5 monocolor decks when you start, and then there's quests to get packs and coins, and then you unlock more pre-built decks. And the pre-built decks don't actually suck; they're like okay to learn
nice.
from. It's not like here's all of our worst cards. Enjoy this terrible game. It's like here's a single deck that you can try and figure out. But yeah, I mean, you won't be able to compete. You'll get to a point where you're like, okay, cool. I'm just getting stomped by cards that were not available to me.
Yeah, that just immediately turned me off. Then that's the same thing that happened in Hearthstone for a while, where it's just like.
I mean,
yep,
that's the business model, right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's the business model. You're not gonna get mythic rares from like just playing freebies, but you might like really luck out because you do still get packs. So it's just the pace is a lot slower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's play some D&D. Zeke, I think you need to roll some hit dice for us as well, buddy.
Oh God, we're gonna do that right away.
Right at the fucking start. Right at the start.
We gotta.
All right. Well, I'm the only one who am I the only one who rolls for hit points?
Yeah.
I don't know. My pen ran out of ink. I'm gonna go get it. You disappoint chat without me. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're the only one that rolls because me and Max and Dan wisened up after a couple of years of playing with Adam. We just take the average.
Let's all pretend that I rolled an 8 on my D8. Hey, we did it, Adam. We did it. I did it. I rolled an 8.
He just threw a pin, which is thank him, which is a synonym for him throwing you out. Nothing. We were gonna lie to you that Zeke rolled an 8. So.
Adam, he rolled an 8.
He rolled an 8. It's incredible.
I'm looking.
If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it.
I'm looking at chat right now, and I don't see shit about no 8. So get those dice
I'm
going,
just
buddy.
excited because Zeke's gonna change his HP, and in real time, the overlays will update as well.
All right,
You know,
here
as
we
soon as
go.
you say that, the updates are gonna crash. It's not gonna.
The overlays are going to work flawlessly. Good luck.
Let's see what
Somebody's
fate has
all-
in store for me.
Hey!
Wow.
Yosh.
Wow.
Make up for a lot of those shit rolls that you had.
Look
Nice.
at you.
So now my hit point total is 63.
Yay! You did it. I wonder what your average.
Incidentally, I have a
if you
song for this. No, I'm just kidding.
Is Rogue HP the same as Bard? Are they both D8s?
It is indeed. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you put 10.
And you have a +1 to your Constitution modifier.
Yep.
I think you actually have better than average HP. Because
I think it might have I started off with really low. I think it just evens out. But yeah, maybe I do. Let's see, 10 times what would you normally get? 6?
Oh no, it'd be 6.
It's
It'd be
1
6.
higher than your average, +1 for your.
You got a little less, yeah.
3 hit points better than average.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I was factoring the +1. That's true. That's true. Well, cool. Congrats, you did it.
Yep.
You did it.
Makes up for those times that I rolled once.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, and that's how randomness works. It's all gonna be up from here. That's it. You're gonna get 8s every time.
Every time. 6, 7,
well, that's
8s, I'll be
cool.
happy. And I did, in case anybody was wondering, I did take my next level in Bard. So I will be 5 Rogue, 5 Bard. And so that means a couple of things happen when a Bard gets level 5. When a Bard and a Rogue love each other very much.
Right.
Bard level 5 means I get my Bardic Inspiration are now D8 hit dice or D8 dice. For whatever purpose they serve. A couple of things went up, like my psychic blades, my bardic psychic blades went from 2d6 to 3d6. My proficiency actually wasn't supposed to go up. It went up last time, but I thought it was this time because I was looking at the list and it's like level 5, you get yada yada yada, but it's actually like a set amount. Like so, it's like at 8 or at 9th level it goes up, whatever. Anyways, and also 2 spells, 2 3rd level spells that I have chosen, and I will enact when I feel like the time is right.
Cool.
And the font of inspiration, which means I can get my bardic inspiration back after a short rest, not just a long one. And I think that's it for the bonuses.
Cool.
Nice work. All right, good stuff. Cool. Let's do some goals so that we can XP. So if you remember, the goal given to you by the like kind of overarching like RP, and this is remind me when you do this because I'm gonna put it on the goal sheet. You have a like a group goal, so it's just as valid as like your own. You all get experience for it if you do it. So the cult has given you cult goal, kill everyone in the caravan, the target caravan. That is the goal. Murder everybody. Kalimat, you can choose whether you want to write one of your goals to be protect the woman, kill everyone else, because that's what the page wanted you to do, or you could be like, nah, not about that. So yeah, we got a squad goal for everybody. I'll keep track of that for you. And then Kalimat, your goal from Glory today is a secret. I'm gonna message it to you on Skype.
Okay.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone in game, probably.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sorry. It was the other way around. Yeah. Sorry. I had it backwards. The page wants you. Yeah. Kill everyone except the girl. Bring her back. And then, yeah, the page wanted you to kill her. Make sure she dies. Yeah. Thank you, chat. I had that back. Okay. Everyone but the girl. Man, I haven't thought about them in a while. Oh, boy. Cool. Thanks, the 90s. All right. So I can't even think of a single song by them. I can't finish the reference. Like the desert needs the rain. Is that everything but the girl song? Never mind. Okay, so I sent you your secret goal. What do you want your two other goals to be?
Let's see.
So that's just his thing now, right? You give him a secret goal and he has 2 other slots.
Yes,
Can I
for a
get
month
that too, so I don't have to keep thinking of 3 goals every single time.
Yeah, totally. You could totally do that. You could just be like, I would just go ahead and do the thing. Yeah, let Glory just hollow out your brain.
The brain slug on me. Do it.
Yeah.
The page wanted me to spare the person, yeah?
Yeah, just like make sure she doesn't get killed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And the queen is completely the opposite of that. She wants everyone to die.
Well, yeah, the whole cult's plan is to wait. No, the page motherfucker. Now I'm all confused. So listen, there's a caravan. Let's start from the beginning. There's a caravan, and it has a bunch of people from one of the cities in the Court of Coins, and is traveling through cult territory or adjacent to cult territory. And in the caravan, there is a young woman. She is the person that you're supposed to capture and bring back. And the page wants you to make sure she dies instead of that happening. Okay.
So the queen can't like question her or whatever.
I think she just, the page, they just don't want this girl to fall into the cult's hands for whatever reason.
Okay.
Very suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they're all at cross purposes.
Okay, then I will. My 3rd goal will remain the same. My 3rd goal was gain access to the cult's archives. It doesn't.
Yeah, we should reword that because now you know that the page is the archives.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The page promised me, like, made a deal with me as far as like that they would help me, right? The page would help me with my quest.
Yeah, do the thing, and then I'll tell you what I know about dragons and stuff.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to do my second goal will be complete the goal set out by the page. The kill the woman.
Okay.
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 And then
And
the
then, yeah,
third
and what do you want
one
the other
will
one to
be like get the fucking page to pay me in information.
Right. Get what I was promised. Get mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're sort of contingent. I'm going to put a question mark next to the difficulty of that one because it'll be more difficult if the girl survives than it is now, but it'll be easier if you manage to do your other goal. Okay, yeah. Into it. Cool. And then you have your special one, your test goal from Glory. Okay, cool. Yoji? What do you want yours to be?
Since I didn't learn about Shadrach's true intentions, I'll keep that there since I think I was somewhat close. Since the cult gave us the mission, I can't really take one that says complete the mission successfully, right? Because we already have that.
Yeah, no, you could take one adjacent to it, right? Like it can't be the exact same thing, but you could be like lead the others to victory against the caravan, or prepare an ambush for the caravan, or like take charge of the situation and prove to Jadara that I'm better than her. Like something that's related to the mission, but not do the mission. You can't double dip on a quest in that same way.
Okay, then I'll just do prepare an ambush for the caravan.
Okay.
And then the third one will be to learn more about Ikatsu, the bow.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. And that's that's another. I like how you write these like lore ones, like learn about this thing, because that replaces the bell one.
Yeah, I've put those on hold. I still have that and teach Kalamat the true origin and the blessing of Night Cyprian on hold.
Okay, there's Aaron. Okay, cool. Jadara, what would you like yours to be?
It'll be find out the lady's identity.
Okay.
And then 2 will be keep Kalamat alive during the mission.
Okay.
And then the third one will be successfully set up an ambush for the caravan.
Okay. All right. You don't want to advance your standing in the cult?
Not right now.
That's not your priority. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Shadrach, what do you want yours to be?
We currently still have the keep the bell safe from misuse or harm, right? Wasn't it? Oh, we're mine. I'm actually gonna write these down in my character sheet this time.
Okay.
That's how it works usually
it's a good place for them. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I have like a Word doc. That's not good. The one that I want to add to it for third slot is find this person called Anjali in the woods and find out what they want.
Yeah.
Make connection with Anjali.
Okay. Okay. Cool. What else you want?
Well, what were the 2 existing ones that I had? Like there were 2. Like
I want to get you to like read them so everybody knows. So the other one was make sure the bell doesn't get misused. Want to keep that one?
Yeah. Because I'm still actively with Kali, and that's still important to Shadrach.
Okay. And then your last one was leave the confines of the cult camp.
Well, we're doing that. Gonna keep that in.
Yeah.
Sick. I didn't think you were gonna let me do that because that's clearly gonna happen.
That's fine. It's just not gonna net you much XP wise.
Yeah.
Like you'll do it, but
XP is XP. Good fly.
Yeah. If you want to live your life that way, that's cool. That's cool with me. Okay, cool. All right. So, where do we begin? Like, are you already out in the woods on your way to the ambush? Are you is there like a planning session? What do you where do we find the group of you?
You said it was, if I recall correctly, you said it was about 3 days trip last time.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe we can do the kind of the review. So you have in this, Jadara has in this information packet, the target, right, for kidnapping, the orders to kill everyone else in the caravan. There's a little bit of information about like they expect there to be guards, so be careful. No identity information for you, but you do find there's like a route. Someone paid. Like bribed or stole or whatever a planned route for the caravan, and it shows where it goes through the edge of the cult's forest territory. And looking at it, you can kind of like determine where you want to make your attack. And that's sort of what we see. That's the information you have. We get the map, and then it kind of pans back to the group of you.
Okay, then I think it's probably the night before the actual, at least for my interest. I don't know if you guys agreed to this, but it's the night before we actually make like the attack on the caravan. So 2 days into the journey, the next morning or next afternoon, we'll meet up with the caravan.
Okay. All right. So, where did you decide to, or I guess who was responsible for deciding where to set the ambush? Because that's sort of the first question, right?
I think that's probably what's being decided now as we're like making camp.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. That sounds good. So we get the kind of like dark green and black background sort of blurred out. There's the campfire. There's a group of you sitting around the fire. We can see maybe the edges of trees, the kind of overhang of the thick leaves of the canopy, and the camp has been prepared, and you're sitting around looking at this map and discussing what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I can envision that.
Cool. So I'm probably barking orders then, like saying, I think we should plan it here because it can attack from all angles. And I have an idea that we I can do this thing where I can have a bunch of animals just pop up and we can send them in first, so it seems like they're being attacked by the forest, and then we'll follow up. What do you guys think?
These animals will know not to attack us, right?
Oh yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah.
All right.
You also can make animals attack people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you saying you can do this too?
Look at me.
I wouldn't listen to anything that you commanded.
Well, that's you. I'm very, very. I remember the thing into a sloth. Very well connected to the creatures, and especially ones of a forest.
Great. So if we get him to do it as well, then that's
Didn't think they would listen to you.
it's a lot of animals right there. I mean, maybe one or two of them gets free, decide to run. They tell a story. Oh yeah, we got ambushed by some savage animals. It's a cover story in case it doesn't go well.
Calumet, can you make a nature check for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you.
18?
Nice. Okay. So while everyone's talking, you're paying attention, but you can hear like a bird like whistling in the background. I don't think the others don't really notice because they're in the middle of this conversation. But you hear it, and you realize like it's nighttime, it's dark, and this is like a daytime kind of bird. Like this bird shouldn't be making this noise. You shouldn't be able to hear it.
Does it sound I don't know. Is it just normal sounding? Does it sound like it's under distress, or it's like mating call or something like that? Like, is there anything I can kind of?
You can make an insight check.
Okay. What is this bird?
I mean,
thinking?
You succeeded at the nature check. Yeah, you can't tell. You just hear. You're like. I think for you, it's not so much you recognize. You're not like, oh, that's a red-breasted robin. They're only awake during the day. It's more like you hear the sound, which connects you to a daytime memory, and then you're like, wait a second. What is happening around me, like the chill in the air and the crackle of the fire, these sounds don't go together. For you, it's a weird soundscape thing.
Sure. Who would be closest to me? Do you think, as far as your characters go?
Yeah, that's a good question. Jadara, maybe, because Jadara has that goal to keep you alive.
Yeah, I'm probably near you.
All right. Well, then I will like put my hand on Jadara's shoulder and just kind of like kind of pat her on the shoulder just to get her attention and say, I heard this may be nothing, but do you hear that bird calling? It's kind of above the rest. If you really listen, you can hear it. But that particular call I've only heard during the day. I could be just
Jadara, if you have it pointed out to you, you do hear a bird above the like crickets of the wood. But yeah, I mean maybe it doesn't immediately to you seem unusual.
I don't pay much attention to birds. Should we be worried? Are you worried something disturbed it?
It's just it just bothered me. I picked it up and it's out of place. It's like a cricket chirping during the daytime. It happens, but it's not very frequent, and it could possibly be nothing.
Well, better safe than sorry. Yoji.
Hey, what? Yeah. What do you two want to join us? Are you okay with this plan?
Hold on.
What?
Could you scout somewhere in that direction?
Right now? You want me to go right now?
Yeah. Callie thinks there could be something over there disturbing a bird. It could be an animal. It could be anything.
All right. Yeah, I'm going. I like grab my mask and put it on and jump up into a tree and start looking around, I guess.
Okay. Make a I mean I assume you're moving stealthily.
Yeah,
so
can I
it's
make
not
a stealth check first?
Please.
23.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
Perception after?
Okay. All right. So you're stealthy as hell. Yeah, make a perception check.
25.
Oh, damn. All right. Yeah. So there's a bird, a little green feathered bird, sitting on one of the branches, fairly low down, just kind of like whistling and watching the camp. You want to make a nature check?
How far out from the camp is it? Like a couple trees near it? Like
It's
Hey,
like
wait.
right above the camp.
Don't fuck with that bird. That's my bird friend.
It's just sitting. It's just sitting on a branch, just like cocking its head and like listening.
I don't want to make a nature check. I want to make an arcane check to see if it's magical in nature. Can I do that, or is that too outlandish?
I don't think there's anything that it would indicate that that would be
That's
like
a
looking
jump?
it'd be like looking at a Toyota and being like,
Sure. Okay.
that's a magic car. That's
take-
probably a magic. It's like, no, it just looks like a Toyota.
I'll take
So
it.
regular ass car.
You don't think you could figure out a magic car?
I mean, if I gave you any reason to believe that
Right,
it was
there's no
magical,
reason,
like if
yeah.
I was like, you see a car and it's shooting lightning bolts out of its headlights, you could be like, could I make an Arcana check? But this is just like,
I don't
it's just
know,
parked.
man.
It's just parked right next to the frozen yogurt place. You don't need to worry about it.
There was a school bus one time.
Make a nature check, and the nature check might give you impetus to make the Arcana.
19.
Okay, yes. This bird is not either, it's not native to this area, and you've certainly never seen a bird like this before. Its feathers have a kind of like reflective quality, like there's like a sheen kind of to it, like an oiliness that reflects the light from the campfire. And it's this deep emerald color, and there's something unusual about it. Now, if you'd like, you can check.
If I make the arcane check, is there any way that this thing's going to be alerted to my presence just from that check? Or is this only going to give me information about what it is?
This is Dungeons and Dragons. So failing a roll most often just means nothing happens.
Great.
So if you fail the roll, I am not empowered to be like, you failed the roll. It turns around and shoots you with its lasers from the headlights. I'm not entitled to that power in this game. So go ahead and make the roll.
12.
Something about it doesn't seem natural, but
Well,
yeah, 12's not gonna cut it.
I think in all of Yoji's training, the next step would just be to draw an arrow and try to shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
this seems
All right.
off as
No one
shit,
else.
so-
No one else in the party can see what you are doing. So yeah, you can make an attack roll.
Great. Just a normal attack row without no magical arrows.
Okay.
21. That's kind of low.
Mhm. Yeah. Roll damage.
14 damage.
Okay. It had like 1 hit point. So you fire the arrow and thunk, hit it, and it tumbles out of the tree. And Shadrach, this green bird with an arrow is stuck in it, just falls on the ground in front of you. Just
Yeah, I jumped down, take the mask off. Hey,
There's
found that bird. It was up in the tree. Anyways, about the plan. Are we good for tomorrow?
Why did you kill this bird? Wait, hold on a second. What the fuck?
What do you mean? I had to. I
What's
don't know.
wrong with this bird?
Someone. It. Is this normal to be here at this time of day? No, I didn't think it was. Someone's probably spying on us, or it was sent here, or something. But I took care of it.
Did you? You didn't try to detect. You did try to detect magic, right?
I
you
did an
just-
Arcana check.
he made an Arcana check.
All right, I'm gonna detect magic real quick just to see.
Okay.
Hey, you better not be bringing this thing back to life. What the fuck are you casting on this?
I'm just saying.
Please.
Shut up for a second. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
Well,
So you
that's-
cast detect magic. So how does Shadrach detect magic? Like, is it like a change to your vision? Do you see it? Is it a feeling? Is it a sound? Like, how do you perceive magic?
He licks whatever he's. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so you just jam the bird. I just got to detect magic. Yeah, gross. No, you get a
No, yeah,
disease.
he looks, he stares at the thing, and his eyes turn to like this kind of like hazy sort of like green, and then that goes from like his eyes down into like his hands as he's like kind of hovering over it.
Okay.
There's like a slight
All right, so
air.
that's what we see from the outside. This kind of like these waves of energy or whatever. Your eyes change, and then when we switch to your point of view, when you see magic, does it look like? Do you see auras flickering around things? Is it a visual thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So detect magic. Yes, the aura of magic on the bird is fast fading as the thing dies, and it is an aura of conjuration. Conjuration. And as the aura fades, the bird there's the sound of like the sound that like water makes when it's freezing, that kind of like slight like squeaking, like crystallizing sound, that like tinkling noise. You hear that, and then there's a pop, and the bird breaks into a million tiny glass shards, which begin melting into this.
Hey, what the fuck did you just do? That was dinner.
I killed it. It was an evil bird, but now it shall no longer plague us, Yoji.
Are you guys hearing this?
Gonna make a deception check, or
No, he's just joking around.
it's clear that you're bullshitting him. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. No. After that, he's. No, well, it was probably spying on us. This was a conjured bird, not normal, not from nature. So good job, Yoji. Way to go. Comes over and just slaps him on the shoulder. He like hops up.
Yeah, good.
Now about the plan. What are we doing?
What, we're just gonna glance over that someone might have been tracking us. Is that what you just said? Someone conjured this thing to follow us?
They did.
Do you have any way to track
Could have been
who created it?
could have been a familiar. Wizards and druids and all sorts of magic users can use them to spy.
Did any of you piss
Someone
off
might know
a
we're
wizard?
here.
Jadar, you piss off any wizards lately?
Not to the last week.
I mean, Jadara, you know the way that you can tell that it was a familiar. It died right away.
Yeah. Try to get it to do something and just like
Yeah,
die.
you literally tried to get it to do anything, and it just died. So somewhere there's a sad owl hoots.
Rip. Can we get some message in the chat for Balder? I've never even got a chance. Well, got multiple chances, but never.
Poor old Balder.
Poor Balder.
I think the more important point here is how did they find us? Because the only people that knew about this mission are the people who sent us on it. So I'm betting. Well, I mean, how far can familiars travel? I have no idea. But assuming they can travel forever, maybe they're spying on us to make sure that we do complete the mission, or something like that, or someone told them that we were coming.
Adam, in any of the multiple, probably at this point, like hundreds of missions that the Knight has sent me on, has he ever done anything like this in terms of keeping an eye on what I'm doing for the missions?
I mean, spying on his operatives is not really his MO, right? His MO
that's what
is
I'm
you
asking,
go,
yeah.
you do the thing, and then you come back, and then if you failed him, he gets you to commit seppuku. But
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Whoever, the Knight wouldn't send a fucking bird in the sky to watch what we're doing. I've done hundreds of missions for this guy. This is the first. So
Well, it sounds like you have pretty strong feelings about him. Does he share those feelings with you?
the Knight, yeah, I would assume so.
Well, congratulations. I'm happy for you both.
What sort of feelings are we talking about? Yeah.
Then who did?
I just
And
looked
real
at
quick,
Shadrach and then look back.
Did that bird that did summon to me? Did that mention? Did it say like keep it secret, or did it just like no, come quickly?
It didn't say. Yeah, you were not instructed to keep it secret, but it's up to you to decide whether you want to or not.
Yeah. So Shadrach's kind of staring where the bird was, like just petting his beard.
All right, look, I'm just going to ask the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who sent this bird? Jadara? Simple yes or no.
No.
Shadrach?
Maybe.
Wait, maybe? What
Does maybe mean?
does that mean?
Maybe means I'm uncertain, but I have an idea.
You want to share it with the class?
Maybe.
I like get my bow and draw an arrow and point it at Shadrach. Are you fucking with this mission, Shadrach? What the fuck
Put
do you
your
mean,
bow
maybe?
down.
No.
Obviously, I'm going to tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought it up. Jeez, use that mind of yours.
I like lower the bow. We'll fucking speak already. Let's go.
Well, I was in the camp, and I wasn't going to share this just yet because I was still mulling it over.
Yeah, keep going. Come on.
A bird. I'm talking.
Yeah,
You want to hear it or not?
I'm hearing excuses. Let's go. Where's the bird from?
There was a bird. By the way, this was not from the beginning, so this is not like a aha, got you moment. It happened while we were in the camp.
I'm waiting.
It was a bird when I went back to my room. And there was a cage there. It was obviously not supposed to be their magically conjured bird. I spoke to it. It said that I needed to hurry quickly to the forest and meet someone. Someone called Anjali. I've never heard of this person before.
Adam, is that a nature, history, arcana? Like what check is it to recall that name? If
To
I've
recognize that name? Yeah, I think it'd be a history check.
6.
Okay, yeah, no. The name doesn't sound familiar to you.
You didn't think this was important to tell us as we're venturing through a fucking forest? That a forest spirit contacted you? I guess that's what that is?
Well, forgive me if I am selective about what I share with you, considering the nature of where you people operate.
What does that mean?
It means you're not a close friend with whom I trust implicitly.
Well, you would think in a life or death mission you would share things that potentially.
This is a life or death mission?
Yeah.
Are you really that? Are you expect to encounter that much resistance finding some girl?
Yeah. It was in the part. You want to read the parchment? Can you read? It says right here what's going to be there. That's not just something that I expect to go easily.
Forgive me, I'm a little weathered in years. What does that say?
I start like unrolling the parchment, put it in front of him. Whatever the information, Adam, is there. You can feel free to share it with Shadrach. 'Cause I can't. I don't know what you wrote or what would be on it.
On the scrolls that you have for the mission. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just what I said before. Like there's a map of the forest area that you're in. There's a line showing like various sort of stop points and stuff along this caravan cart path. There's the picture of the woman, and then just some short notes about who she is in a broad sense.
There's nothing on here that says anything about armed guards or anything like that.
Yeah, but think about this. Why would they send me, Jadara, someone that they're wanting to test, and you, which I guess they're also wanting to test, on a mission like this? Why not just send a bunch of lackeys? They specifically ask us to do this. That means it's important. That means that there's a lot.
The knight specifically asked you to do this, not they.
Well, yes, sure. So
this person's important to the knight, and he's hoping that we get to them before someone else. I'm not saying that we can't interact. This is stupid. Let's move on here. Yes, I didn't share this about you. I'm allowed to have thoughts and different things that I keep to myself and weigh whether or not it's worth sharing with you.
Remember that thing
I apologize. Are you looking for an apology? I'm sorry, Yoji. I'm sorry I didn't share my little secrets with you. Is that better?
I guess, but it sounds... Look, it'd just be so much easier if everyone was just truthful with one another, all right? It's gotten me...
Like you all are with me and Kalimat?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. Let's all just tell everybody everything.
Yeah. All the time.
Kalimat, do you have a specific fetish? Don't lie now.
Terrible thing to ask for.
That example, I feel like he probably would share it
That's the wrong
anyways.
person to ask about fetishes.
I know. I realized that after I asked it. Let's just keep moving. Yes. All right. And I do intend on finding this unjolly person. They seem... Maybe they could help us with what's going on in this forest.
I highly doubt that. If we're going to do this tomorrow morning, then you need to go do a little soul searching out in the forest right now.
And they did seem like it was an urgent matter.
All right. Well, maybe you should wander off into the darkness.
Was that a serious suggestion? Because I may just, if you think you're good on this mission.
No, I'm not. You're going to come back. I'm just saying, if you need to go meet someone in the forest, now's your time. Because tomorrow morning, we're going to be focused on the mission.
All right, then I will. See you guys in a little bit.
Great. If you're not back in, let's say, I don't know, an hour, should I come looking for you?
Would you come looking for me?
Yeah, we need you for tomorrow.
Oh, that's touching.
It's not because I like it. It's because we need you for the mission.
Say what you want. I hear your tone.
Get the fuck out of here, Shadrach. All right? Come on,
like, saying that as he like, yeah.
Yeah, as you walk off. Oh, I know. Okay, all right. So Shadrach wanders off into the darkness of the woods. Meanwhile, Jadara, and Yoji, and Kalimat, you return to your planning.
Yeah. Jadar, you okay? Should we do this thing where we, I don't know, send a bunch of creatures from the forest?
Yeah, let me get, when you look at the material, let me get I guess like an investigation roll from somebody. You can do with advantage if Jadara and Yoji, you work together. Looking at the map, I just want to offer you some potential.
I've got
I have a 1. What do you have?
I've got a 6, so.
I'll help you then.
All right. You want me to roll first, Adam?
Well, yeah, just whoever's rolling. Roll with advantage.
25.
Nice. Okay. So it's clear to you that there are two obvious places along the path that'll make for a good ambush point. It looks like the caravan has to stop at a little. There's like a creekside farm out at the edge of the woods. You could easily beat them there, and then wait for them to show up and ambush them when they stop to resupply. So they have to pick up like feed for the horses and food for themselves and rest there overnight. So you could ambush them at the farm. Or if you wait a little while, there's an area where they have to go through some fairly dense woods, and there's a crossroads of paths that you know about that you could spring an ambush from there.
I think crossroads.
Those are the two. Those are the two obvious choices.
Yeah, I mean,
the crossroads gives them the most opportunity to like. It depends on if you want to be like subterfuge or just like a straight up trap. Because if you get to the farm, then there's an opportunity to like trick them into a state of being disarmed, right? Where they're like, "Oh, we're at the farm," and you're like, "Cool, welcome. I'm a farmer," or whatever. But if you go to the crossroads, it's more of a traditional like leap from the bushes and like haha and shoot arrows at them kind of thing. Yeah. So you can, I mean, discuss it as a group. Decide which of those you wanna go for. Either one.
Now, Jadar, if we get them at the farm, we could do a catcher in the rye.
A what?
Where we dress you up and you act like you own the farm. You get them to disarm yourself, and then we catch them in the rye. Get them drunk.
Oh,
It's a traditional story about ambushes at farms. Every young child is forced to learn it in imperial class.
Yeah. We could have Calimont be the entertainer. I'd be the owner of the farm, naturally, and Shadrach would be, I don't know, not there.
we could serve them a dinner to die for.
That too. A catcher in the rye plus a dinner to die for.
Probably get rid of a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the others can ambush them.
That's true.
Maybe I missed the part as to why they're going to stop in the first place.
I mean, you've been journeying for a while. You ever want to stop for a nice dinner? Offered to you for free?
Horses need food, and you can't carry too much of it. They've been traveling a long time. They have to stop to resupply.
Maybe we're digging a ditch for some reason in the road. The horses can't pass.
Right. I mean, there has to be, some way to stop them, because if we come out of someone comes out of the farmhouse and just, with their hand in the air, flying down, come in, we have food.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, based on the 25 that Yoji got, like it's clear that there's no way that a single caravan could carry enough food to make it the whole journey, and this is the only place to stop.
Okay.
So they would stop there of their own accord. Whether they would stay there, you don't want to spring the trap too early or whatever. But
Now, I do have to ask you a question, Kali. There's people living on that farm. Are you comfortable if we kill them?
If it's absolutely necessary, yes.
I mean, we could tie them up and leave them somewhere for a couple days and then untie them, I guess, but then they would know. They probably don't want any leaks, so
Well, if I can't convince them to leave, then yes, let's, by all means.
Jadar, are you okay with that?
Oh yes, I've done worse.
Right.
The job comes first.
I think Shadrach might be the one to convince, but yeah, I like this plan. I think we catch him. We'll scratch the when forest attack plan and go for the farm plan.
Yes.
We'll need to get there early.
Isolate and remove as many as we can, one by one,
I agree.
before we're caught, and then we unleash everything.
Great. Sounds like a plan.
Just give me a few minutes alone with whoever the occupants are. I'm certain I could convince them that this is not the place they need to be.
All right. Me and Jadar will be at the front and exit. You let us know if it didn't go well. We'll make sure to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right, that's the plan. I guess let's set up watch. Jadara, I like look over when I say that and look back. It's just me and you. I don't know when Shadrach's gonna be back, so we'll take longer watches tonight.
That's fine.
All right.
Curious about this thing he's meeting.
Yeah, so I think
Like
I mean
odd timing.
we do the hard cut, right? When Jadara says, "Yeah, I wonder what Shadrach's up to." Cut to what Shadrach's up to. So Shadrach, how are you gonna find this Anjali? You're just like walking around.
Didn't they give the
The
bird? I
woods?
feel like from memory, the bird gave me a specific place to like in the forest
Nope.
to find this Anjali. No,
The bird did not. No. Maybe that second bird had more specific information for you. So yeah, I mean, how would you go about it? I mean, ostensibly, if this person's keeping an eye on you,
well, I was operating under the assumption that I thought that the bird said go like to this part of the forest.
I mean, it wouldn't work that way because the forest is big, right? So you're like, I go away, and then it's like, okay, well, cool. It's 4 days away from here.
So I thought it was. Chat, someone fact check this. God damn it! Because I swear to God that bird said something about like go to this part of the forest, not that far away. Because why else would they wouldn't contact me? Be like, take 3 days journey. Like,
No, well, and I mean that's telling, right? That you were just told like go into the woods seeking Anjali.
okay, well then I guess that's what Shadrach is doing.
Okay, how do you do that?
Maybe he takes a second to see if he can. I want to cast detect magic again, but is there a way from the essence of that bird? Maybe Shadrach can kind of get some sort of feeling, commune with the forest, ask a squirrel.
I mean, you could ask squirrel, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I think squirrels are diurnal.
I'm looking
but, like,
for a
you could
connect roll here, Adam. Is if we were
Find
playing
my
Stars Without Number, all right?
You could. I mean, if you want to make a nature roll, to discover, like an animal, a nocturnal animal that you could talk to, you could do.
Way
that.
ahead of you.
Yeah.
Way behind.
Yeah, 10. No, you got a 10. 10 is fine. A 10 is fine to find an animal in a forest.
Did it. Nailed it.
I think probably you find a, let's see, diurnal forest animals. Or I guess nocturnal. You find an elephant. Let's see.
Chuckles.
I don't even know what half of these animals are. Okay, all right. So you're walking through the forest, and you hear like a scrabbling noise at the base of a tree, and as you come around the side of the tree, you see what at first looks like kind of like a bush with like spiky brown twigs coming off of it, and then it turns and you see its little face, and you've stumbled upon a porcupine.
Shadrach's
and
face lights up. Like,
Yeah, this porcupine is like digging a hole at the bottom of this tree, and it like looks up at you, and then as if kind of like, oh, it's just a gnome. It goes back to like digging.
hello there. I'm speaking with small beast.
Yeah. It looks up, looks at you. Yes.
Sorry to bother you, but have you seen anything? You probably wouldn't know, but an Anjali, something odd, something doesn't necessarily.
Can't talk. Digging.
You want help?
Looks up. Yes. And then it like just like shuffles aside and like looks at you like, this I gotta see. How you gonna help me?
I've got the Simpsons Homer with the fox thing in my mind right now. This is playing out.
That's right.
Well, don't I have like an? I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I have any things of digging. I never can remember what the hell I have.
I mean,
as
you could
far
turn yourself into a porcupine or a giant mole or some shit.
Yeah, but that would incur a spell, wouldn't it?
I mean, you have your wild. You don't have to
Wild shape,
polymorph.
that's
You can use wild shape. Yeah.
That's true. All right, sure. I turn into a porcupine.
So you turn into a porcupine. And the porcupine looks, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's a lot better. You were so ugly before. Now look at you, fine specimen."
Don't get any ideas.
And he shakes his head, and he's like, "Gotta digging a hole." And he turns back and starts digging.
Shadrach starts digging with the porcupine. Like, so, have you seen anything weird around here? Something out of place?
Yep. Saw a gnome earlier. Turned himself into a porcupine.
Come on.
Well, you did say weird.
Before
You gotta
that.
be more specific.
Before that.
Starts digging. Saw some warthogs. Don't see that every day.
Voice is so good.
Anything else? Maybe another gnome? Something else?
Nope. Haven't seen a gnome. Well, since but a few minutes ago.
God damn it. Have fun with your hole and digging. I'm going to go back to being ugly now.
And he turns. He's like, "Oh, there's no need for that." Keep digging. He's like, "We're almost done." And then he finishes and he takes a step back. The two of you look back, and there's this nice little hole dug under a root. And he's like, "Yep, a good hole." He turns back to you and he says, "So, hello."
Hi.
He just looks at you and blinks.
Nothing else then? You haven't seen anything else other than the warthogs and me?
He shakes his head. Nope. Saw this tree. Thought I could dig a hole. And here we are. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Shadrach scurries out of the hole. Bye now.
Yeah. He looks back, and you turn it back into a gnome, and he just shakes his. He's like, "Oh, heck of a thing," and crawls down into the hole. Stupid porcupine.
With my nature roll, I didn't really get any.
Yeah, I mean, he's not very smart, right? And also,
Right, yeah.
you didn't actually ask him about Anjali or anything.
I did.
But you can. Yeah, he said
Said
the
Anjali
name
and
and
he
stuff
said no.
familiar. Yeah. You don't know much either, so it's hard to guide someone that's that dumb. So yeah, I mean, barring finding an animal that can tell you, what other tricks do you have up your little gnomish sleeves?
How far away from the cultist camp are we?
2 days.
We're 2 days away from the cultist camp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've been
what
traveling
That's
there.
important. I didn't realize we were that far away. Shit. Because the bird made it sound like it was just outside, go into the forest. It's just outside the camp.
Yeah.
Damn it! All right. Here's the theory I'm putting out there, Adam. And I don't have anything like this on my sheet or whatever.
Yeah.
But Shadrach here, in his forest back in the Shulin Valley, when he was looking for guidance of what was happening in the forest, he would commune with the trees.
Okay.
And he basically enters in a state of meditation where he has his hands on the roots of the trees. And given that everything's intertwined in the forest through the roots and all that stuff, it's kind of like a network.
Yeah.
Think of it like a radar ping or whatever through the trees and the roots and stuff. And it doesn't necessarily give you specifics, but it lets you know there's disturbance over here. There's something over here. The closer you are to said thing, the more detail you have on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's the same as the way that a human prays to the arcana, right? Like
Exactly, right, yeah.
You're trying to connect to a larger thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's have you. Yeah, let's have you make a. It's a religion roll. Yeah, let's have you make a religion roll. Because it's the same thing. You're essentially praying to the trees for guidance. So you find a tree, one of the big like oaks or whatever, and you sit down and put your hands on the roots.
Yeah.
Close your eyes, kind of like try to the flow of nature pass through you.
Yeah, he's essentially like he like blocks everything out. You know, does that thing where you tune out all the like if there's a big crowd and you're trying to tune into one thing, you kill everything else that's around you. So that's what he's doing, but he's just trying to be in tune with what the tree may or may not have to say to him. Fuck
Nice.
Yeah. Not bad.
Okay. So you take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth, and you start that cycle of air flowing through your lungs. You try to erase your sense of self and become one with the forest. And right before that moment of like Zen kicks in, you feel something hard bonk you on the head. It's like falls from above and clunks you right in the soft spot in your little head. It hurts like a Dickens. Yeah, and so you like grab your head and your eyes are like watering a little bit, and you turn around and there's an acorn sitting on the ground next to you, and you see two enormous green like emerald like taloned feet in front of you, and you follow them up to back bent green feathered legs. It's like a person in basically like human form, but she has wings where her arms would be. She's covered in green feathers, green and blue feathers. She has this huge plume of feathers behind her, and then like a human face, like the face of a human woman. And she's looking at you, and she says to you, "What languages do you speak? You speak Sylvan?"
No, Common and Gnomish is what I have on my and Druidic.
Okay. She says something to you in a language. Oh, you speak Druidic? Okay. So she says something to you in the like secret like a Druid language that loosely translates to, "Excuse me, are you praying to a tree?"
Not kind of. Why?
Did you want the tree to give you something? Money? A wife? Children?
No,
Riches?
no. I was when I'm in an area that I'm not familiar with. As you can tell, I'm of the forest. Just a way of kind of sending a ping out there. All these trees, they interconnect, especially ones that have been around for long. They have much more to tell than people give them credit for. If you know how to commune with them, it'd be very helpful.
She quirks a feathered eyebrow at you like, "That sounds like bullshit." And she looks at the tree and she says, "Tree, I demand that you give me gold." And nothing happens.
Shadrach mock listens to the tree. He's like,
yeah, she looks at you and puts her hands out, and she's got like three big fingers that are like kind of on her elbows, and she like puts her hands out like, "Where's my gold?"
And tree says, "No. You're rude," it says.
I don't believe you. What are you doing out?
Well,
You both say, yeah, you both are like, "What are you doing here?"
I'm looking for someone.
Who are you looking for?
Can I do a little sense motive kind of thing, a little insight?
You want to make an insight check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. Let me see when she would roll to oppose you, because she's not being entirely forthcoming, as you might have noticed. You beat her by one.
Time.
You beat her by one. Yeah, she's playing with you for sure. Yep.
You tell me what you're doing first. I promise I'll tell you what I'm doing.
I was looking for a gnome who has gotten in over his head. Like a frog in a pot of water, and the temperature is rising. Are you the little frog I'm looking for, Shadrach? Can you feel the heat yet? You're in great danger.
Well, you know my name. You might even say you know my name.
She kills you. She kills. Roll initiative. Roll initiative right now. You're dead. She deals you. Let's see. Okay, cool. So you take, I don't know, like 50,000 damage, I guess. So you're dead. Thanks for playing. Never come back.
He like recovers from laughing. He's like, that's funny, right? Yeah. All right.
You know, they said that your people were extinct. Shame. They were wrong, I guess.
Come now. Yes, I am Shadrach. You are Anjali, I presume?
She nods. Unjolly green feathers. You're a druid.
Beautiful feathers.
But you travel. She make a persuade check. Okay. You can see there's a second where she's just like, oh, you noticed, and then she's like, no, serious, gotta pay attention. So she like kind of like you could see her kind of be like, oh yeah, thanks. But then she just like puts it like it's fine, and she looks at you and she says, this is serious. You're in danger. The forest is in danger, and I worry the world could be in danger. The people that you travel with, they are dangerous. Bad people.
I have had my own worries about them. They're not all bad, not all of them anyways, and some of them don't even seem like they actually really like what they're doing. I'm mainly staying with them now just to make sure they don't cause any more trouble to this forest than already has been done. It's complicated.
They dug something up from the ground, something that should have remained buried. What was it?
Dug something? I don't remember any
Yes.
digging recently.
Do not lie to me. And she like lifts a foot, and her claws kind of like flash a little in the moonlight, and she like places it down next to you, and like her talons to you are like, you know that scene at the beginning of the Jurassic Park where he's like, they get you here, and he's got the fucking thing, and she's like scares the fat kid with the that's the moment. So she just picks it up and sets it down and looks at you like, fuck with me, gives you a look.
I take back what I said about your feathers. Being mean.
And
now. No need for that.
She says, I am concerned, and you should be as well. We are allies.
I am concerned.
Then tell me what you know.
Well, they did find something of great power. A bell of sorts. I don't know exactly what it does, and neither do they. And that's why I'm staying with them, to make sure, one, to understand the power that they wield. They don't even... It's so complicated. It's hard to... And to make sure that they're not misusing it. That's why I'm there. If I leave, what's going to happen? You see where I'm at now? You think I'm with them because I'm aligned with their purpose?
She's nodding, and she says, good. This is wise. You should continue. Stay with them. Keep an eye on things. That bell, it is a dark artifact. A grave mistake to dig this thing up. It was placed there for a reason. And now they seek to use it. For what? Find this out. Learn. Together, we can protect the forest from them. I cannot do this alone, Shadrach. I need your help. And her eyes glow like faintly when she says that. There's an unsettling glow behind her eyes.
Can I tell that she's trying to like charm me or something?
You'd be making a saving throw if that were the case.
Okay, sure. And what's your deal? I don't know you. How do I know I can trust you? One who threatens me with their giant claw.
Not a threat. A promise. Cross the forest. Cross me. And you die. Whether by my talons, the jaws of a wolf, a long fall into a ravine, the forest will get its. But it does not have to be this way. We can work together. Trust me. We serve the same masters.
I'm going to need a little more than that. How did you even find me or know about me?
I have servants. Little birds. Your friend, Yoji, killed one earlier.
You can't. That wasn't even a real bird.
Wasn't it? What makes something real or not?
Oh, God, we're going to get into that conversation.
You're like, I need a lot more mushrooms before we can have that talk.
So, what? Keep doing what I do, and I now report back to you? What if they find out that I've even talked to you and I have someone that's trying to puppeteer me, they will not be happy.
She shakes her head. No puppet. Just a friend, an ally. A servant like me of the spirits. Take this. And she like reaches into like her down and pops the feather out. She pulls a feather. It's like just a short one. And it's bright green. And she hands it to you.
Takes it. Looks at it.
So she says, as long as you carry that, I will know where you are. I will hear what you say. And I will know what's going on. Do not lose it. And if you need to call on me, cast it into a fire. I will know, and I will come.
Like thinking and like looking at her. Very well. Doesn't seem like many other allies out here in the forest. I'm a little offended you think that I would even be. I mean, look at me. I'm not. Whatever. It's fine. I'll continue to do my work. It aligns with what I already wanted to do, which is to make sure that this bell, this source of power, is safe. Do you know more about this bell? Understanding it might help me understand if I see something happening.
No, but now that you have confirmed that it is the bell, I can begin to dig. What I learn and can share, I will. But for now, know only that it is dangerous, and its power a trap, as is the cult. Their magic is seductive. They can twist the way you think. Keep an eye on your friends. They may not be your friends.
Well, I already knew that.
She nods. Good, keep it that way. Now, go, before Yoji comes looking for you.
Oh, that one too. All right. I'm sorry. You do have nice feathers. Like starts scampering away.
Yeah. She looks at you like, I know. So you run off, and we see her turn, and as you like vanish from the screen, we see her turn, and she steps up onto the root that you were touching with one foot, and then into the tree with the other. The step just pulls her like right into the tree, and she disappears.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Jadara, Yoji, and Kalamite. Yoji, it's like just about time. You're like, Shadrach's been gone. If you had a watch, you'd be looking at it and like looking around.
Yeah. And then what? He just walks out from.
No, I don't think he's showed up yet. But yeah.
Okay. I would assume everyone else is sleeping right now because I'm on watch.
Sure. I mean, it was only an hour, so maybe everybody's getting ready to sleep.
Okay. Then maybe like as I'm making wherever it is I'm sleeping, I turn to Jadar. It's been a little while. Should I go out looking for the guy?
Give him a few more minutes. He gets lost. I want him to at least like think he did something tonight. He likes to feel important.
Right. Do you think we should be worried about if he did find someone?
I don't know. I don't believe half the things that come out of his little mouth. He seems like a dreamer. He probably imagined someone talked to him. Who knows?
Right. That's
Never
usually-
heard of such a creature in the forest.
Dreamers are the people I'm afraid of, because sometimes those things come true. So, guess I'll keep an eye on him.
That's always a good idea for everyone.
I'm like glancing over at Kalimot as he says that. Ain't that
How
the
much-
truth?
How much do we really know, Shadrach?
I mean, I guess well enough that he'll fight with us. But I don't know if that's
But
just...
if I were to want to infiltrate a cult, I would affect that kind of attitude where I would fight for you and fight alongside you. Just seems strange that he's off by himself after we suddenly killed some sort of magical bird.
Right. I think most
He
people...
did show up rather mysteriously convenient for us in that tomb.
I would think most people have infiltrated the cult and make it out. So maybe he's one of the rare few, but I don't think it's that something to be worried about. If the higher ups thought he was not wanted or needed there, I'm sure they would have done something.
Yeah. And he doesn't really know much yet. He's done at the point where we have to worry.
Right. Well, we'll see how he does tomorrow.
All right.
Anyways, you guys should get some sleep. I'll take first watch. I'll put Shadrach, or tell him to go to sleep. Tell him the plan tomorrow as well. Maybe leave out the fact that we might be killing innocents. He might not take that well, but we'll see. Anyways, get some sleep. Probably like scurry up a tree somewhere.
Okay, yeah, they keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shadrach, when you return, are you coming back like quietly? Do you make a bunch of noise to let your friends know you're coming? Like what?
Yeah, once he realizes that it's like the camp and where they were, he's like humming a little tune to himself, like. He's like looking around.
Yeah, you spot me up in the tree, messing with the drawstring on my bow. I look down. No, I could hear you quite some ways away. Do you just not care in the forest? Do you feel safe?
I actually do feel fairly safe in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what? You do know what I am, right, Yoji?
A gnome?
What type of gnome?
Annoying.
Yeah, we are being a little loud.
Who's that?
That was Jadar. She's over there sleeping. Did you find who you needed?
Yeah.
Why do you say it as if you're lying to your mother?
Because I know you don't trust me. But yes, I did, actually.
Everything go okay?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. Yes, I think so. Might have found an ally. Someone who may help when needed. Shares my concern of certain things.
She shares our concern or your concern?
No, I said my concern. I'm concerned about that belt and that power.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What was this aid she gave you?
A way to call upon her should things get hairy. I don't know if I entirely trust her or if she's even lying. You know, who knows? But I didn't get that sense about her. Certainly didn't get that sense about her like I got with you guys when I first met you.
Right. Well, if we were a forest cult, you'd probably think that we're the good kind, right? Just like how
No.
she's something of the forest and you thought, oh, she's a good kind.
Labels. You're getting too hung up on labels, Yoji. It's the intentions and the motives behind people. What they're up to, what's in their soul.
And what
That's what you need to look out for.
what is this thing?
That's what I look out for.
What is this being's intention?
Same as mine. Make sure this forest doesn't fall into chaos. That dark, evil powers aren't misused.
Right. All right. Get some sleep. We'll tell you the plan tomorrow morning.
Shadrach gives him a good stare. They aren't going to be misused, are they, Yoji?
I don't know. I don't know what they have in plan. I don't ask those questions. I'm more of the blindly follow type.
Dangerous, Yoji. Very dangerous way to live your life.
Well, I'm still living, so I've got something going for me.
Yes. Yes, you are still living, aren't you?
I don't know what that means, but you better go to sleep.
Shadrach keeps walking off. He's like, thinks about it for a second. Like, I didn't mean that as a threat. I'm not. Just, you with the cult, you get it. All right.
I got it. Go
Bye.
to sleep. I like cock my mask back on.
I will go to sleep. Well, no, I'm just kidding. He just keeps going.
Okay. All right. So Kalimat, you're not like asleep at this point. Like you're laying there and you're overhearing this thing where it was Shadrach talking about like misusing it and the idea of like following blindly and stuff. And so you're able to hear that conversation. You don't necessarily need to do anything. I just wanted to let you know. Yeah. That's a thing. Okay. So everybody gets some rest. The night passes uneventfully. Yoji, you have watch. You wake Jadara. Jadara has watch.
If I can do something on my watch, I'd prefer to. I don't know. Somehow, whatever the in-character action was that allowed me to kind of synchronize with the bow, I'd want to do something of that ilk, if possible, if that's going to help me learn more about it at all. Or if that doesn't at all, then I'm basically just trying to do that while I'm watching, scouting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. You tell me.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can make an Arcana check. The DC will be quite high. Just sort of like using the Force or whatever, right? Like there's sort of the like actually learning more about its history, and then there's you'll have to do both, but trying to like kind of focus your energies on it the same way you would to attune to it, to see if you can gather more. But let's see how you do. Make a.
All right. I was seeing if there's any spells that I had, but not really. Nothing.
Yeah,
really
right.
sense.
Like this is a mundane version of what you could accomplish with like the identify spell and that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. I'll take my Arcana check then. Come on, crit. 15.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think 15 is sufficient to like get you any more information. You feel the connection between yourself and the bow. You feel its eagerness to be used, but no further depth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say something else, but never mind.
Okay.
We're good.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. So so the rest of the night passes, and you all wake up the next day, and yeah, like I guess you can get to from here. You can get to the village or the little farm or whatever. You can get to it before they arrive. If you start moving in the morning and you head right for there. But what's your plan? Like, what are you going to do when you get there? How do you explain this to everybody, Yoji?
Well, I think it can be one of those things where it's like I'm describing the plan, but then there's also the fade to the scene of it actually happening as it's describing, hopefully. And so I probably, whoever's the last to do watch, the plan would be to wake up before the sun comes up and try to make our way to this farm and get there before the farm is in like full operation, because I don't know how big it is or anything like that. And I don't think the notes would discern that.
I would add, I would inquire as to how many people like live at the farm.
Yeah, it doesn't really say.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says there is a farm there.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, yeah, the plan would be to get there, try to discern if we can how many people would live there. If it's just like a small, like one field, one plot farm, or if it's like a giant fucking farm that outsources to the nearby town, or what.
Yeah. So you want to try to scout it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think when I'm telling the plan to everyone else, it's, we'll take care of the occupants, and I kind of look at Jadar when I say that, and send Kalimat in first. Make sure, he does what he needs to do. And then we'll set up shop, wait for the caravan, and then do what we need to. I think everyone understands what "do what we need to" means. Great.
Yes.
You're met with a lot of icy stares.
Yeah.
Everybody putting on their badass face.
We're not. Just to make sure we're not killing this person, right?
No, but we will be killing the people that are caravanning with her. No witnesses. You don't have to watch. Hell, you don't even have to know. But when those things are, I say things, it's better to, not say that they're people. But when those people are drawing their swords against you, Shadrach, you might think otherwise.
Well, that's one thing. If someone's trying to kill me and I have to defend myself, of course.
Right. Great. I'm glad we had that settled. If you have any issues, just let me know and I'll...
That's good morality. My friends pick the fight, and then when they fight back and they fight me, I kill them. And it's not my fault because they attacked me.
Exactly.
Man, ethics are so simple and easy to understand. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're Shadrach. You're like a little wary about just getting in there and murdering some people, but Yoji has assuaged your fear, I guess.
Come across a family, or something like that, and we're just slaughtering children, like that's messed up. Could be anything.
So you want to get to the camp. You'll have time before they get there, but it'll be a limited amount of time. It won't just be like you've got 6 days to just hang out at this farm and like make best friends with the people that live. Like you'll have like a day maybe because you're already on a pretty hard timeline. So you set out. And several hours later, you reach the edge of the woods, and you're at the top of a slight ridge that leads down into some grassland, some of which has been cleared. There's some like scrubby trees. This is an area where the woods have sort of tapered off. There's some scrubby grassland and some brush and trees, and then there's ahead of you. You can see 2 squat stone buildings. They're like huts, really. One larger, one smaller. And then about, I don't know, like maybe 200 square feet of like cutout like farm area, and there's fields that have been planted there. It's seasonally it's not quite time to harvest, so these are still growing. They're fields of some kind of grain, like maybe wheat or sorghum. You can't tell from this distance because none of you are farmers.
Right.
And it's just nestled in this little area next to a stream that is that's running by it. And this area, I mean, it's probably too close to the forest to like have this little town or this little farm turn into a town, unless there were some like brave woodsmen that wanted to come along and hack down some of the forest and spread out. Because there is a source of water, and they're again not too far from a right now fairly limited road. So yeah, so that's what you see. We see that kind of as the sun is making its way up into the sky, and yeah, and from here you can see a couple of people kind of milling around the farm area.
Okay. I think as the four of us are standing there looking out, I turn to, like, my head turns to Collie. Collie, you okay with this? Need to get
Okay
them
with
out of
what?
here.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I think it would be quicker, less messy if we convince them rather than kill them. Do you
I
know?
agree.
Shadrach agrees loudly. What was that?
I'm glad. Um, from here, can you see how many people there are?
Can I just tell that, Adam, or would you like a perception roll?
Yeah, make a perception roll. You can ask me questions.
12.
Okay, 12's like okay. What do you want to know?
How many people I can see?
Right now you can see 3, but that's not necessarily all of them. There's smoke coming from the chimney of the larger of the 2 stone buildings.
All right. 3 outside, probably families inside. What's the story here, Callie? What are you going to tell them?
Well, how big is the farm? I mean, would they have a family, ranch hands, people that work there, people that stay there? Do you think, just because I can't look at it, by looking at the farmland, do you think 5 or more, like 10? What do you think?
I'd say
Can you get a
between
good
5 and 10. Couple plots is what I see. I don't know how long. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know how many people it takes, but there's
Okay.
2 buildings over there, so 2 families.
All right.
You want to rehearse this
Can
story
I-
before you go and tell them?
If we get closer, I can sense how many there are.
Right. But we're not leaving the forest edge, otherwise they're going to see us and potentially know that we were here.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably, if you give it a wide circle, you could come at it from the stream and maybe sneak up. But yeah, like between you and the field, there's these like tall grasses that you could try to sneak through, and then there's a cleared area that contains the little fields, the wheat fields. So approaching with stealth is certainly possible.
Shadrach, can you possibly turn me into a beast of this land so that I could see my way without suspicion to the farmhouse? And then once I get close enough, then turn the spell off, I suppose, and I will attempt to knock on the door, get their attention.
Or I could play your wife and lead you to the door.
Well, if you like that, that's perfectly fine. I just don't want any of you to be recognized, like Yoji said.
Yeah.
If you're fine with that, I'm absolutely fine with that.
Jadar,
Are you sure? Jadara, you could
I could
play
change
wife?
my appearance.
All right. I mean, if that, sure, yeah, that works for me, I guess.
Jadara, you'd have to make them believe that you love someone and treat them nicely.
Don't worry.
Most of the time.
She's done that before.
Burn. Sucks. All right. So what is your disguised version look like?
I turn into a female dragonborn. I look just like very similar to Kalamat. I am your loving wife, and we've come to warn these people they need to leave, or something along those lines.
I'm picturing like a Sims sort of thing, like when you turn into this disguise, you're like, hold on, you just turn around like,
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Collie, I
If
told
only
you I'd let you meet one of your kind.
You need to work on your jokes, Yoji. That that lacked humor. All right. So, you are my wife. We're walking up there. Shall we go?
I haven't performed a long time, but I'm ready if you are.
If things
I
go
am.
poorly, what are you going to do to let us know?
I think you'll be able to hear the screams.
Yes, there will be a very loud noise.
All right. That works.
Please, just promise me you two do everything you can to not kill these people.
It would be much less work for us if they just left. Don't worry.
I promise you.
All right.
Okay. And you're gonna head off towards the. I keep calling it a village, but it's 2 huts. So
Yeah,
the
two
farm.
huts.
Okay.
2 huts.
Sure. That's good.
Maybe to them it is a village. They're like, wow, look at our great village we have here.
You gotta start somewhere. You build your first 2 buildings. You gotta wait until you get all that farm money. You sell it off. You build another building. Yeah. Eventually, you can buy new farmers. Fine.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Take a break there.
Yeah, let's take a break here. And then we'll come back
Okay.
and see how
They die.
Jadara and Kalimat spin this whole tale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's going to be absolutely foolproof and without fail. We'll just immediately capture the farm and just be great. It's going to be fantastic. We'll be right back with more Court of Swords right after this. We'll see you guys in just a bit.